can see, these are not exactly roads you would want to run off of. At any speed. But you also have to realize that there are locals that can come around these roads at 45 miles, 50 miles an hour, and they're not always tracking real well.
Okay, so, and again, the speed limit on this road is actually 55, but the car has registered it at 25.
But it's driving it
at 1920.
Right, on these curves, but it would do faster.
Well, I don't want it to go faster.
Not on the curve. Lots of trees with their names on it. Soapstone.
Oh,
yep. Ditch cleaning there.
It went in the ditch.
Some pretty steep drop-offs. I'd say we'd bottom out if we went off. Okay, so now we're up to 24. Road straightening out. 28, 29. So I'm not really understanding the auto speed. I mean, it's claiming that it thinks the posted speed limit's 25. It's doing 30, but it's not like there's other traffic that is leading or suggesting that it should be driving faster. So I'm not really certain how the neural net portion of that is supposed to be figuring it out. And if in the auto, if you roll the speed, nothing happens. So I guess it's riding a 5 mile an hour bias over what it thinks the speed limit is. That would be my guess. So I'm going to take it out of auto speed. I'm going to roll it up to 45.
Yeah, it's really over here on the side of the road.
I know, but it's staying on the pavement. Yeah. But on gravel roads, we've seen many a time where it will drive off of the gravel onto the shoulder, but it is a drivable space. It's passable. It's not necessarily the right thing to be doing. So it thinks the speed limit's 25. I've set it to 45, and it's doing 29. And the road's going to get a lot straighter here. Here's 30. There's a school bus. This is a real straight stretch. 32, 3. Let's see if I can boost it a little bit, if it'll stay there. There's 39, but it's slowing back down. So even in the non-automatic speed control, it still seems to want to. And there's your typical 55 mile an hour. Still not wanting to go the speed. Version 11 would drive this at 50 miles an hour, but it would also be down the middle of the road.
Right.
The lane positioning is phenomenal, just a little too phenomenal.
If it would just be like 2 inches off the edge of the pavement.
And again, if it's not within the car's capability of learning that, I would really like someone out there to explain to me how these images are sent up to the cloud and some well, let me rephrase it.
That was close.
When version 12.3 was downloaded to this car, is it something that could be printed out? When you think of traditional code, C++, it can be printed. A person can sit and read it line by line. So whatever this machine learning neural net widget is, data that was transmitted to this car and is now running in this processor, is it something that can be printed? Is it something that, even if it's line by line, can it be read and interpreted? I don't know enough about it to even guess.
Oh, because we don't know nothing.
No, we know nothing. Here comes a car. And see, there it didn't quite give the right. It should have been over more there.
It was in the middle.
This seam in the pavement may be kind of fooling it, although it's not showing up in the rendering. Almost does occasionally. Yeah, it's trying to form a center line on the graphics. See it? It should, well, it's not doing it right now, but it would show. There it is, yellow. See it? So it's trying to read that seam in the asphalt
as a line,
as a center line, because it's rendering it as a yellow double line at
So
times.
you think that's why it's taking it more of a position in the middle?
I don't know. Could be. And this lane, I think, is a little wider for the most part on that seam than the other side.
But anyway, so please share and post your own experiences using FSD in rural areas and give us your feedback as to what you think of the rural qualities.
Let's extend this a little bit more. It's wanting us to go left up to Mulberry Road and come back, but I'm going to make it go straight. Oh, we were off.
Oh gosh, yeah, and that's a long bank.
I know, but we weren't going to slide anywhere. I'm going to go straight across. This is pretty steep and windy. It is paved, but... And again, this is where I would like this is one of those "Hey Tesla" moments. I would like to be able to say, "Hey Tesla, go straight," instead of following a navigated route or me having to take it out. Okay, we're back in. Navigation hasn't corrected yet. There it goes. It just did.
Are we back in North Carolina, or are we still in Virginia?
We are still in Virginia. Okay. This is the old Virginia-Carolina school. North Carolina and Virginia used to share a school here. And some of this building is the remnants of it. I think it was a WPA project originally, but the two states shared the school. So right here's the county and state.
So now we're back in North Carolina. Yeah. So we've been in North Carolina, Virginia, and back in North Carolina during the... Okay.
Another blind curve. It's doing fine.
Grassy Creek Baptist Church, and you have Grassy Creek Methodist. Oh wait, no, that's now a community church. I thought it used to be Methodist.
Yeah, it did. Religion is changing in this country.
We've been in FSD.
Ooh, that'd be a good fall.
Oh gosh, yeah, it did.
Yeah, I mean, it really is zero interventions. Your interventions are typically navigational. You know, that it's not going the way you want. And the fact that I can't go, "Hey, Tesla, turn right here," or give it some world direction, your only alternative is snap it out. And then you start that route, and it'll correct the routing. This is downtown Grassy Creek. We're going to turn right. And you're just to stop back where you can't see anything.
Christmas trees as far as the eye can see.
I think we're what, second in the country?
I don't remember. We used to be first.
It goes back and forth, yeah. These used to be some gorgeous pastures, and now shoot over here. It's the Christmas tree industry.
Yuck.
Lots of chemicals, even insects. They've played different games of, there's a woolly adelgid, and I don't know what kind of bugs have affected Christmas trees. I don't keep up with it, but they've introduced, what'd they introduce, ladybugs or stink bugs?
No, the ladybugs,
and then they brought the stink bugs.
So we have ladybug infestations.
Lots of fun. I think we'll just let y'all hang with us until we get home, because this will be a very windy, narrow, paved road, and it turns into a gravel road. And we're off the road.
Oh, we are off the road.
Oh, I almost had to take it.
Okay.
To me, it's the narrow. When it gets this narrow, it really just, you can't quite hold it. And again, version 11 would do this without issue. But it wasn't.
It was hugging that center line.
Right.
Yeah.
Overall, 11 was not as good. This is just introduced. It's got a danger to it with this ditch digging feature.
Yeah.
It needs to learn, and I'm sure it hasn't been driven a whole lot on this type of road.
So again, if you have rural experiences, please share them.
Get a shot of Dewey Cox's house. This is a really neat old home. It's pretty. We live in a very pretty part of the country. We're about to make a left here. Turn signals are so much improved, and we don't get the false and incorrect turn signals anymore.
With 12.3.
Right. Somebody coming in behind us. There's a bar. A big bar.
Glad he's not displaying his flags.
Looks like it's burning coal. Yeah, we're right here. We're going a little bit too slow. It's doing 29. But I got a pickup truck coming, but they're going even slower, so maybe we won't have to intervene. Again, it's showing an incorrect 25 mile an hour speed limit with a set of 40 and doing 28. 29, 30, so it's sped up to 32. I'm going to go back to auto, since so many people would be telling us to do that. Really no change at that point. Speeding up a little bit. Here comes a pick-em-up truck over the line, but he's correcting. Just like in 11 and 10, it does well with that. You can take over the speed control, but of course the car will not brake if you're dumb enough to drive into something. We're going to come up to the North Fork of the New River, and a very narrow highway water bridge. And we'll see how it off the road.
It just went off the road.
It kissed.
Sorry.
I've got my finger ready to grab it. But other than making us nervous, it's not been in danger of wrecking. And I quit biasing the speed back there before that curve, so that was totally FSD. Sometimes it'll swing over the yellow line a little bit on an outside curve like that, but it's doing that. Seems to be doing it better. Maybe it's my imagination. And here comes the high water bridge. There goes a cat.
Oh, this.
It's approaching.
Can you make it slow down?
I could.
Okay. Ooh.
Oh, just threading the gauntlet.
Ooh.
Pretty work. A little bit of a pucker there, but oh yeah, and now we're meeting a car that pulled over. We're on a little.
It's the mailman.
Yep.
Oh no, it's the neighbor's son.
Oh, that's right. That's not okay. And we're on the river road, and this is the North Fork of the New River. And once again, still an auto, 25 mile an hour speed limit, which is not correct, and doing 21, which is all right. Now, when we drove this road coming home from the launch, it completely rode off of the dirt road. It'll be interesting to see if it rides up on the shoulder up here.
Well, and remember, we've got these cones up here where the...
Yeah, but it went around all that fine before. It was somewhere near the fishing hole or something that it drove. It took a drivable space beyond the edge of the road without needing to. Might have been here. I don't know. Let's see what it does.
I think that was on the Lucy Bell Road, wasn't it?
Over into it.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
But that's okay. Now this is a little, wouldn't want to go off in that hole.
Well, and up here, the river is so close to the road.
I got my hand ready.
Okay.
And we have a big forklift not too far away.
That's not funny.
It's not meant to be funny. It's real. Yeah, this is not a place that you would want to get over too far. Here are the cones with the hole in the road. Seeing any rendering of the cones at all, but it did a nice job going around them. It's definitely a step back in rendering for the useless meat bags behind the wheel. I think they've given up on trying to entertain us. I wonder if that's a matter of needing all the compute for the artificial brain, or they just literally have finally come to the realization that we're not worth it anymore.
No, I really don't look at it either.
Well, I don't think a lot of people do, but I do just for the sake of the experiment. And so I would say, now it was nighttime when we drove this coming home, but I would argue that's better.
I would say it was better than it was on Sunday night, and this is Friday.
And so is that luck of the draw, or is the car learning? I think that the experiment's going to be before there is an update to drive this multiple times and see if it keeps getting better and better.
And that's a wrap for...
Let's see how we do going by neighbors.
Okay.
Pretty work. That's Jerry. And that pretty well does it. Let us know what you think.
That was
a hole. Unmarked hole.
So this is the 2022 Model X in full self-driving 12.3 rural roads of North Carolina and Virginia.